Hi, I have two questions. The first one is, is there any plan to have a person standing at the end of, and I'm not sure what the road is, where the Muse Elementary School comes down and where it meets Muse Bishop? Is there any plan to have somebody there directing traffic on school days?
We have a school crossing guard right now. Hope that's sufficient.
I mean, will they, not just like for people crossing the road, I mean like to actually stop traffic?
He does stop traffic, yes.
Okay. Okay, and my other question is, I was wondering if you would clarify why the tree farm was denied tonight. The rezoning of the,
There was a request for rezoning. The tree farm was kind of irrelevant.
okay, well, why was the rezoning request denied? All you guys did was vote on it. You didn't really discuss it at all.
The board did discuss it. We did have an executive session about it, so we did discuss
Well,
it.
that's not public. The executive session is.
Right. If anybody wants to share their reason, they can. I'm not going to compel them. I'm not going to allow you to pull the board. But
I'm not
pulling
the board. I'm just asking.
Why I thought it shouldn't be approved. It's surrounded on three sides by residential. Normally, I'd go along with zoning changes whenever it's an extension into another, from another zone. But it's surrounded on three sides by residential. I just couldn't be conscious. Go along with that change.
Okay. I think that's all the questions I have. Thank you.
Anybody else?
In your 1891 Reissing Road. You're going to have the turnaround on Cecil Reissing Road. I live about 2 miles from that point. PennDOT's going to pay Cecil Reissing Road after everything's said and done. If it's anything like what they paid Reissing Road, good luck. Reissing Road is now nothing but potholes and patch jobs. When they paved Reissing Road near my house, the asphalt was 6 inches thick. And then you just go down that road a little piece, and it's 1 inch thick. And now that's a pothole area, okay? Cindy, you drive Reissing Road. And what is that paved job where they patched the collapsed areas?
It's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare, and it's really rough. And why didn't they fix the sunken area down there by Tomahawk Lane Road? That when they closed the bridge down there, that little 1-lane bridge, that when they replaced it, why didn't they fix that? Why didn't they fix it? Why didn't they fix it when they had the rest of Reissing Road closed when they were fixing the other 2 recent collapses?
We do have a contact with PennDOT. I think, John, you heard his complaints on that state road.
We've been through this before on Muse Bishop Road and Reissing Road. Residents have brought up our concerns. Matter of fact, some of those concerns were even brought to the level where they went to Camera Bartolotta, as well as Representative Lotite. PennDOT said they will maintain those roads in a fashion they find meet the maintenance handbook, and they'll do it in a priority-based manner. That's the response from PennDOT.
Okay, now, at the major area where they fixed the recent collapse, the guardrail just a little bit past there, just a little bit north of there, is now leaning really bad. Probably should have been fixed when they had the road closed. And nothing's being done. And yet, when I was at the last meeting, I talked to the chief about the fact that there was a tree down by Zane. There's still a trunk of tree down there that's 12 inches in diameter or bigger. And that's got to be 20 feet long, sitting at the berm of the road, right on a curve. So it's still sitting there. I don't know if any.
Supervisor Eduzio just talked about they cut shoulders on Muse Bishop. They left tree trunks live in the berms. Now you would think, as the process goes along, it would just get that debris and get it out of the berm, but they left it there. We seem to lack power, even as a municipality, in our pressure with PennDOT. We've try to create good relationships with them so that we can work these things out. But, you know, when you get a response like, hey, we'll get to it in a priority-based, manner, that really doesn't give anyone any hope. We'll continue to,
What's gonna happen is the plow truck is
Send your
gonna come
complaints.
down here in the wintertime and catch that tree trunk and flip it out in the road, and then he's gonna be wondering away back.
or in a car, someone not paying attention hits it or get right for whatever reason.
Ken, you were right. Mrs. Ringler's remark was pretty accurate. Well, that's PennDOT, so we are very irritated with that as well. But look at the other things that I wouldn't mind verbalizing. The McDonald cutting down all the ground, and then the floodwaters roll down. The explosions that they don't have to justify or explain when the dynamite's going to go off. So there's a lot of issues that we're dealing with, but they are who they are.
Dan, do they agree on the section they're reconstructing for us to meet our road spec, the Turnpike Commission? So we do have a road spec that they are going to meet for the part of Reissing Road they're fixing for us. Now, we can't speak for the rest of the state road that they're going to own, but the part that they're giving to us, it will be built to our specs.
Meet your specs.
Yes.
Yes, I think I should go standard.
Okay.
Seats are.
One other thing, all right. When you guys voted for the Augustine well, gas well, supposed to go into the pool, yes or no?
Yes.
She's shaking her head no. and you're
They
saying
voted for
yes.
she
it,
wasn't
yes,
here.
it passed.
Okay. Overweight trucks possibly going up the pole line. Since you've got a weight limit on Coleman of 5 ton, what's the chance, is there a weight limit on Grange? Is there gonna be a weight limit on DePoli?
No.
They'll bond the road and pave it. They'll correct the damages that they do to the road.
Like they did the damages on
So,
Swihart?
yeah, Swihart Road, that's the best road we have in the township, it has 12 inches of blacktop on it.
Well, I mean, DePoli is not that much different than Coleman.
I agree.
You've got some significant drop-offs on there. Grange, there's some significant drop-offs on there. There's maybe only 12 houses on Grange compared to how many houses are on DePoli coming from 50 up to the site. You've got a major housing plan that's in there, Windsor Woods,
Yes.
and then you got the rest of the houses. So, I mean, all I can see is that road's gonna get destroyed out the wazoo.
It will, and it'll be repaired.
And then, does Cecil Township have, yeah, putting up signs is fine, to say, okay, an empty truck that had water in it, or had gravel in it, or whatever, is gonna cut down Coleman to get back on to 50, or cut down Grange to get back on to 50, or cut down Coleman to get on to 980.
There's weight limits.
Weight limits don't mean nothing.
We have a
You're
police department.
gonna have either enforcement, or else you're gonna have every truck that's coming along, stop them, check them out on scales, just like they do on 50 at the Bridgeville rest area.
There will be escorts with these well trucks.
I'm sorry?
There will be escorts. Escort vehicles will escort these water trucks up to the site.
Escorts.
Yes.
Every water truck?
With escorts by who? Their company or ours?
No, a private Magna Travel it is. I've seen the trucks on the road. They're great trucks. They escort the well water trucks up to these sites.
Every water truck has an escort.
Yes. For how many's coming at a time, there could be 2 or 3 coming in and they'll be escorted up.
From 50 up to the
Yes.
up to the site.
Yes.
DePoli is their designated route to travel.
I got hearing aids, and I'm having trouble hearing.
DePoli is the designated route for them to travel. That's their designated route on their permit.
Okay.
So they're not proposing using any other roads.
I think you're wrong. I think the chief's gonna get busy because he's gonna get phone calls. Somebody's on Grange, somebody's on Coleman Road that shouldn't be.
I hope he does. I hope he responds. If he catches it.
Yeah, and the township's gonna get richer and because you can find a hell lot.
Anybody else? Okay, we are going to go to executive session, and again, there won't be any voting when we come back. We're just going to close the meeting after we get out of it. executive session is to discuss that Fawcett Church road issue. Thank you very much.